Welcome back everyone to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is our paint through video of Joan of Arc buildings. We've got the super exclusives building here, and then we've also got the village pack. So we're going to take a look at these as a sort of naked plastic, and then we're going to get these tabletop ready. I really like these sculpts. I think we've painted a couple of these already. Out of the main box set, there was a cathedral and there was a couple of houses. So between this large inn that comes from the super exclusives, and then we have the village pack, there's a mill and a number of other houses that are kind of cool. So here you've got the inn. It's got some nice awnings. It's got some different kind of stonework, brickwork, plaster work, the cross beams. That looks cool. Sculpt is super nice. Then we've got the mill. You can see the mill wheel here. This sort of sits along the river. This one comes in the village pack. Village pack also has a number of other houses. There's sort of like grass thatched roof houses, and then a similar house from the this house is similar to the ones in the main box set. So we'll probably paint these a little similar to the way we did those last time. If you guys want to go check that video, you can also. It's our first paint through video we did for Joan of Arc. And then you got these sort of grass roof houses. They've got a door, they've got a wood pile, they've got a little shed out on the side. So really can fill out the village with houses like these. And then there's a number of bridges. This is a stone bridge. There's also a couple of wooden bridges that we'll paint up too for this exercise. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to get these on the cards here, and we'll get them out to Zenithal Prime them. I'm going to start them out with just a flat black, spin these around, and then I'm going to make sure to get underneath the model as well, so rotate these around. And then we'll go on to the flat white to do a Zenithal Prime. Now we got the flat white. I'm just going to hit these at like a 45-degree angle. I just want to make all of the features really easy to sort of detect and paint here. So we'll just bring those out there, and then we'll get these back onto the tabletop and start doing our first base coat. I'm going to get a selection of earth tones. I've got some desert sand. I've got some browns, different tans and browns out, a flat white, a deck tan. Get those, and we'll start getting these on the models. So using that deck tan, I just sort of dry brushed across that stonework just to give it that first, and I kind of like the effect with, it's just a light covering, but you already get the stones standing out. I'll probably go and detail those stones, and then I did the background for that plastery sort of second floor on both of the buildings. Okay, we've got our first base coat. We'll do a quick flyby of these. Starting to come together, just getting paints on the models. A lot of surfaces to paint on these, so got to start with this.
Pre-COVID, and then it kept getting delayed, kept getting delayed. It came out like 3 years after they made it. So that little girl, little Phoebe girl, by the time it came out in theaters, she was like 15.
Again, for these little grass thatch roofed houses, I'll also just do the sort of dry brush the stonework. It comes across pretty easy. Then I'll go back and put in some details on the doors, the wood pile, the roofs, things like that. But I like the effect, how it comes out, and it's not a lot of painting to get them sort of tabletop ready. As you guys know, I'm not a huge detail guy, so I think for me it's just getting some paint on the models, making them presentable. I like to play with the models painted for sure, though. Yeah, so went ahead and did some washes on the models, got some washes in, got the windows sort of framed, went through and checked the beams. I could probably do another round on these, but I think they're good enough for tabletop ready. I will leave you at the end of the video with all of the hero shots. We'll go through building by building and you can kind of see the work we've done. But first, quick word from this channel's sponsor. This channel is sponsored by the books from Pontos Fathom Press that we create. We get a sister channel called Pontos Fathom Press, and it helps us to support our hobbies channel. First up is the Omnibus Edition, Cat 2 Journals Out of Lovecraft's Providence. This collects the 6 individual volumes of Genealogy of Cthulhu, Archaeology of Yog-Sothoth, and Psychoanalysis of Rilliah. That makes up the first trilogy. There's also Hermeticism of Hastur, the Alchemy of Azathoth, and the Necromancy of Nyarlathotep. Put them together and you get this massive tome. You can buy these individually. You can go check out our podcast or our Patreon as well and get some information on these before you buy. But it helps to support our channel, so really appreciate that. We've also got out there The King in Yellow and Lost Carcosa and the Yellow Sign, Tales of the Yellow Sign, Volume 1 and 2. We also putting together some podcast lecture notes. We've been doing a podcast now for a couple of years since the lockdown. We've got topics on Lovecraft, Frank Herbert, Philip K. Dick, pulps like Conan, Solomon Kane, John Carter of Mars, even anime like Evangelion and Bleach, Song of Ice and Fire, Tolkien, and our esoteric dragon mysteries, decoding the dragon symbol in myth and occult traditions. Finally, the Dune saga. Frank Herbert's Dune, super popular with the release of Dune 2. This is William Mitchell's Alchemy and Anthroposophy in the Dune saga, getting behind what makes Dune such an interest with people. Some of those Jungian, alchemical, and anthroposophical themes, but also digging deep into things like the ethics of the God Emperor Dune, the politics of Dune Messiah, and looking into Herbert's influences from Samuel Butler into some of those powers of the Bene Gesserit, Bene Tleilax, and even in looking into the war against the machines. Finally, we've got Artificial Psychology of Desiring Machines, August Moldenhauer, William Mitchell, digging deep into the rise of machine intelligence and looking at that balance between machinic desire and also the automation of humanity. So really something compelling for these days. Go check it out. Helps us support the channel. You can also check out our Patreon. And as usual, like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. So I'll leave you guys with the hero shots of the buildings. I think they came out pretty cool for the amount of time I spent on them. Could always go back and put some more details on these, but they're pretty much tabletop ready, and I'll leave you to it. Check out the links below for the bookstore. Check out our Patreon. Leave your comments below, and thank you for watching. And as always, if you ring the bell and subscribe, you can get notified when we get these on the board. And we'll be playing a couple scenarios coming out of Joan of Arc. We haven't played in a while, so looking forward to getting back to Joan of Arc.